Shalom, Yasharal. I want to get infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and their bishops, a great millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashak, Yahweh Shai, pushing the beloved truth across the four winds. Shalom to you, brothers. And you few aqua that take heed. All right, this clip I came across is coonery and buffoonery, and it just, I'm going to probably name it a reason to get out of these whorehouses they call churches, all right? When the Lord instituted the church, all right, Paul went out throughout Asia Minor building up churches, all right, an assembly of Israelites, Israelite foreigners that had lost their way. And what was the church created for? To bring us back to Yahweh Shai, all right, bring us back to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, and to teach us how to live, all right, give us instruction on how we're supposed to do things, all right, to teach us order. Because while we were living in Asia Minor throughout the Roman Empire, we adopted their ways and we're living according to the customs of the heathen. So the Lord gave us the church to what? Put us back in order, teach us right from wrong, okay? That when you read all of Paul's letters throughout to the different churches throughout Asia Minor, he was giving them instructions on how to conduct themselves, the things you can do and the things you cannot do. So when you look at the modern day church, all right, this isn't the apostles' doctrine you read about in Acts the 2nd chapter. This isn't the doctrine that the early church taught, all right? What these modern day people in Christianity teach is just coonery, buffoonery, lawlessness, all right, and it's a circus, okay? And this is a prime example of why you should get out of these whorehouses they call churches. All it is a harlot house, a whorehouse. All manner of wickedness goes in these harlot houses, as you're about to see. It's disorderly, all right, it's lawless, and the Lord is going to deal with the people that is joined to that harlot house. So without further ado, I'm going to play this clip and funnel it through the scriptures. I don't want to write this as edifying to the hearers.
All right, here it comes. Now, this is interesting, too, and shout out again to Joy 105. They say the church removed Mrs. Pam's comments from the video. We found it. So you have to start asking yourself, well, why did they remove the comments? What did she say? I'm going to just let her say it. This is wild. Say, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. This is what happens when the older women are not discipling the younger women. And so it seems like the younger women are discipling the older women to talk like this. Okay. You heard what she said. If you can see the reaction. Okay. Keon Henderson's. Let the church see, yeah.
Pam, how you keep a man happy for 45 years?
Oh, so it's coming up again, just to make sure everybody heard it. Look at her face, look at her reaction. You heard what she said. You heard that. You heard that. Okay. Flag on each and every one of y'all. That's what she said.
Let the church see, yeah.
Just in case you don't
you
think.
better listen to the woman of God.
Just in case you don't think she said what it seemed like she said, listen to Keon Henderson's reaction and response.
I rebuke the spirit of not listening. You hear the woman of God? In the face.
You gotta hit him.
I couldn't hear you. I don't know what she said, but I have a feeling it was pro-men, I think, right? We couldn't hear you. So I don't know what you said, but
This is what's
I don't
getting
know what to
passed
do
off.
right now.
Okay, I'm gonna get back.
And so they just asked the question, could you understand what Miss Pam said? And what are your thoughts? This kind of cavalier approach to things that go on in the marriage bed, hey, y'all go do what you're going to do. But this cavalier approach to it is part and parcel the reason why unbelievers don't take Christians seriously. This is part and parcel to why unbelievers think that Christians are phonies or Christians don't take their teaching and preaching seriously. This is crazy. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I apologize if this is offensive at all. I might actually put a clip in the beginning, like warning, because if you got your kids around.
I shouldn't even play that all the shit he was talking. But look, all right, as you can see that, this woman got up there. She was shameless. She was disorderly. She was out of pocket. Okay, and these are the things that go on in that harlot house. All right, let me start off with this scripture before I start expounding. All right, this is Matthew 21 and verse 13, and it reads, and he said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves. All right, and it's not only a den of thieves. All right, it's a den of harlots. All right, a den of homosexuals. Okay, all manner of wickedness going on in this church, and it's supposed to be a house of prayer, a solemn assembly. It's supposed to be serious in the Lord's house. Okay, we're supposed to be there with fear and trembling, learning right from wrong. All right, and what you just seen, you can hear all the women in the background hooping and hollering. All right, this woman telling the young woman over the mic, suck her. You to keep a man, you got to suck his rod, blow his rod. You know, that's just distasteful, it's disorderly, and you're saying that in the holy place. All right, the marriage bed is undefiled. Marriage is a holy thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right, but hey, guess what? The marriage bed is behind closed doors. What go on with a man and his woman should be dealt with behind closed doors. What goes on in there, she talking about how good her head game is. All right, then you got other men hearing it. Then guess what? Other men want to, oh man, Sister Betty sound like she got a fire-ass deep throat game. Let me start poking shots at Sister Mary and see what's there. I want to see if she bite. All right, it brings forth a spirit of adultery. Okay, when she gets on there, you got other men in there hearing that. All right, the Lord said He didn't come for a person that was whole. He came for the sick. Okay, He came for those in need of a physician. So if you got people in the church, they fresh out the world and they hear that. They got adulterous spirits on them, unholy spirits on them. You know what I'm saying? Freakazoid spirits on them. They're going to look at that woman and want to get at her. I mean, it don't matter how old she is. These dudes wilding out here. Nobody's supposed to hear somebody talk shameless like that in the church. All right? And the blind and lame came into him in the temple. Well, that's not what I was looking for. But you got blind. The reason when I said that, seeing that, you got those leaders are blind, all right? The leaders in those churches are blind, and they letting those type of things go on in their church, okay? And they're not teaching women how they're supposed to conduct themselves. First off, the woman's supposed to shut the fuck up in the church. She shouldn't even been able to get on that platform and say anything, okay? If they was living according to the scriptures, all right? This is 1 Corinthians, and that's the reason we had this scripture. For that's what happened when a woman would get on a mic with no discretion, all right? Zero discretion, zero discernment, and that's what would happen if you let a woman get on a mic before a congregation. They're going to say outlandish things, man. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Let your woman keep silent in the churches. That wouldn't happen if they stuck to the scriptures. All right, that was an embarrassment. Okay, and her husband, he's so to the left, he not even embarrassed. Okay, that's embarrassed. That was a dishonor to her husband and her father that begot her. Okay, that was a shameless act, but that's the way of American women. They're shameless dogs, man. They're too Americanized to know that that was shameless, that was disorderly, all right? Because they're born here, oh, you could be raw, girl. Say what it is, girl. Nah, that was off. What goes on in the bedroom is between a man and his woman. That's it. When a woman comes out, all people supposed to see with her, is that she's an orderly woman that fears the Lord and she carry herself in a dignified manner, okay? Let your woman keep silent in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also the law. And if they learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church. And look, we just seen a shameful act. When a woman spoke in the church, all right, she did a shameful thing, okay? I was at a church one time, and a woman was up there giving her testimony. I was at one of them crazy-ass churches where the people start convulsion and just take off running around the church. And every church there have people come up there and give testimonies, even if they didn't have a testimony, right? And the woman got up there and gave her testimony. She said, yeah, I was in the streets selling my pussy, but thank God for Jesus, he delivered me. I'm like, whoa, I couldn't believe the bitch said it, you know? So it's like, that's what happened when you are out of alignment with the scriptures, all right? You're going to have outlandish things, satanic things happen in what's supposed to be holy. All right, the women in there are supposed to be silent as a rock, not silent as a rock, silent as a rock. A rock don't make no fucking noise. You hear me? They supposed to be silent. You ain't even supposed to know they there. Okay, this is the book of Job. Okay, and this is the reason the Lord wants them to be silent. All right. This is Job 39:17. I started to get in the NLT. All right. This is why. All right. And this is the Lord likening a woman to an ostrich. All right. And we know an ostrich is a dumb bird, right? So this is the spirit that our women are in this fine hour. They're nothing more than dumb birds, right? And in fact, certain places, that's what men call women, birds, pigeons, you know, for slang, right? And birds are you know, they're intelligent in what they do, but overall, birds are dumb, okay? All right, this is birds get caught in snares because they don't have the understanding that humans have, all right? When you liken a bird to a human and look at both of their thinking capacities, a bird is a dumb motherfucker, okay? Now this when you liken it, when you put in contrast to a human, all right? So the Lord likened women to birds. And then out of all the birds, the dumbest of the birds, the bird that can't fly, the bird that lays eggs in the ground so other animals could step on them and eat them, all right? The dumbest of the birds, the ostrich, okay? This is Job 39:17. Because Yahweh, you know what, I'm going to start up just to let you know who the Lord is talking about. This Job 39:13. Gave thou goodly wings unto the peacocks, wings and feathers to the ostriches, two dumb birds. The ostrich is the dumbest, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warming them in the dust. That's not too bright what the ostrich does. It lays her eggs in the dirt and just leave them there, and then she'll leave, and a lion or a hyena come find them and eat them. That's not too bright. All right. What smart birds like an eagle gonna make their nest somewhere high and lofty where no other creature can get to them and eat it. But the ostrich is the dumbest of all the birds. Okay. Let me skip down to verse 19. All right. 17. Because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom. Lord haven't gave the women wisdom. That's why when you look at the church, the Lord got men presiding over the church. He's giving wisdom to men. All right. When the book of Amos say the Lord reveals all his secrets to his servants, the prophets. There's no such thing as a prophetess. It's only prophets. When a woman, when you read Acts the 2nd chapter, when it goes into, and it was in the book of Joel, that's actually what Paul was quoting, okay? it said that your sons and your daughters will prophesy. The way a woman prophesies, she get a vision and then she gives it to the man of the Lord, and the man brings it out. It's no such thing as a prophetess where the Lord has raised up a woman and she goes out and leads the nation and gives advice to the king, like Samuel did King David and Saul. You know what I'm saying? Like Gad did King David. Nah, the Lord don't do that with women. All right. Now, can a woman have a vision and have a nightmare, a dream, and it be prophetic? Yes. And she tell it to the man of the Lord and he bring it out. But she's not in no position of authority. All right. Because the Lord didn't give unto her wisdom. A woman to have a prophetic dream and don't even understand it, you know? It's just so horrific. She tells it to somebody who can interpret it, you know? This is Job 39:17. Because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom. If that woman had wisdom, she wouldn't have did that. If she had understanding, she wouldn't have committed that lewd act, because that was a lewd act. Neither have he imparted to her understanding. You see? And that's your average woman here in America. That's 9 out of 10 of them. All right? They don't have wisdom. They don't have understanding because the Lord haven't given it to them. Now, what the Lord have given a small remnant of them, and what he's going to give them is a spirit to submit under a man that does have knowledge and wisdom. And he's going to put a spirit on them where they're ready to obey a man that has knowledge and wisdom. But the Lord don't deal with women on that frequency, and we see why. Okay? And you see the fruit of it. Look around us, all right? Women are the head of the households amongst our people, and look at the condition of our nation, all right? So, let me get what she should have done, okay? What she should have done. This is the book of Titus, all right? If she wanted to give that advice, you know, that ain't no bad advice to give a young girl, all right, that's coming into womanhood, all right? But that's not how you do it. It wasn't done decently in order. This is Titus 2:3. The aged woman likewise, all right, that they be in behavior is becoming holy. That wasn't holy behavior, all right? A woman don't get in front of men and talk about sexual acts or say, oh, this is what I do sexual. That's not holiness. That's off. That's disrespectful. The only person is supposed to hear that is her husband, okay? That's the only male that's supposed to hear a woman talk sexual is her husband. That's it. Anything outside, a woman shouldn't be talking about no sexual intercourse or escapades with in front of her daddy, in front of her brothers, all right? And hearing it what some other man can hear, that is off. That is unholy, okay? The aged woman likewise that be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not giving them much wise, teachers of good things. Now, I'm going to say this. Now, let's say that was a grandmother and her daughter asked her, Mama, how do I please my husband? All right. And she say, well, daughter, this is what I do to you. Well, daddy, this is my advice, daughter. Men like sex. You give them whatever they want and you find out what they like and how they like, and you aim to please your man. All right. She could tell it. She could get that advice to her daughter. All right. Sex is a big part of marriage. All right. The Lord told us to be fruitful and multiply. Men like sex. Now, she's behind closed door and give her daughter, her niece, or her granddaughter that advice. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. All right. But the way she did it was totally out of order. All right. Look, girl, the way you do, hey, you're gonna have to slob on that knob. Men like that, baby. If that's your husband, as much as he wanted, you give it to him. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. That ain't off. Let me read the next verse. That they may teach the young women to be sober and to love their husbands and to love their children. So if this woman has been with a man 45 years, and she's giving her daughter advice, well, this is what you do to keep that man 45 years. You keep a smile on him. You give him some fire top. Then after you give him fire top, you go make him a sandwich. Ask him what he want on a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Then when you bring him that sandwich, while he looking at the football game, girl, get down there and massage his feet for him. You must give him a back massage. All right, nothing wrong with that. That's not off. But that's not what that woman did. All right, what she did, she put a spirit of adultery in that church. All right. When men hear a woman talking sexual and promiscuous, man, that do something to men. And an aged woman is not supposed to do that. She's not. When you look at that video, all the young women got up out their seats laughing and joking. All right, now everybody in there want to fuck. No different than when R. Kelly singing a song at a concert. The women pussies get wet. All right, that's not the place for that, man. The women get up and they start gyrating their bodies. Then they start looking at other men. The men start looking at them. When she said that, that wasn't the place for that. That was totally out of order. And that's what happens in them whorehouses that they call churches. All right. This is Sirach, Salakia. This is Sirach 26 and 25, and it's written, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, all right? And only a shameless woman would get in front of thousands of people. It looked like that was a big arena. The guy got one of those mega churches. Only a shameless woman would get in front of other men and thousands of people and talk about sex. That's what shameless women do, all right? That's what goes on in these whorehouses you call churches in America. If a woman came around us doing that shit, we're going to tell that bitch, get up the block, you out of order. The Most High going to put a curse on your fucking ass, man. You out of order. You're not behaving yourself like a young, respectful lady. Sarah and Rebecca wouldn't dare do nothing like that. Y'all supposed to be daughters of Sarah, daughters of Rebecca. All right, they wouldn't dare do no shit like that, what you hoes do in this society, man. A shameless woman will be counted as a dog. And I'm going to tell you about us brothers in the faith. We're going to treat a dog like a dog. This ain't no simps up here, all right? We treat a woman accordingly, all right? We deal with women accordingly. If she acting like a baboon, we're going to treat her like a baboon. And really, the way we deal with women like that is we stay away from them so we don't have to have an altercation or anything with women like that. Wisdom tell us to stay away from the wayward woman. Proverbs the 7th chapter goes in that. It's twofold. It's a twofold chapter, but it tells you to stay away from women in that foul ass spirit. They're trouble. A shameless woman is trouble. Always remember that, brother. When you find a woman that don't have no discretion, she don't care what she say, she don't think twice before she say nothing. Women like that are deep ditches. They are trouble. All right? They're dogs, okay? And you stay away from these dog assholes, especially the so-called black woman. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. That lady didn't have no fear of the Lord because her fear of the Lord is taught to her by the precept of men, according to Isaiah, the 29th chapter. And that's ultimately the so-called white man. All right? When you go to these hard men, I grew up in this church. I grew up in that modern day church. All type of men. They got homosexuality in the choir. Adultery running rampant. This man sleeping with this man, wife, deacon, such and such, sleeping with Sister Betty. Sister Betty husband worked 7 days a week, 70 hours a week. Deacon smashing her. The woman come there to get counseling for the pastor. They shut the door behind them. You don't know what's going on behind that door. She vulnerable. She think her husband cheating on her. So she weak. She thinks she ugly. The pastor take advantage of her. All right? These are the things that's going on in them harlot houses, man. Okay? In fact, let me get that. This is 2 Timothy. This is 2 Timothy 3 and 7. Should I start up a little higher? All right. I got to start up a little higher. All right? I'm going to start up at 5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. And that's modern day Christianity in a nutshell. All right, these people, I'm going to say you got people in there with zeal that think they love the Lord. If you're an Israelite, you're going to always it's just in your spirit to love the Lord, to seek the Lord. All right, that's just in the Israelite spirit. When you look at the northern tribe, they just lost in that Catholicism, but they got a zeal for the Lord, but not according to knowledge. And when you don't have the knowledge right, all right, and you living according to the doctrine of devils, you're going to do perverted things, all right, because wisdom is a defense, all right. When you read Galatians, the 3rd chapter, it say the law was our schoolmaster to bring us to Hamashiach Yahushua. But if you make void the law, you just a lawless piece of shit. So it don't matter if you got a zeal for the Most High. You lawless. It ain't nothing you won't do, all right. And this is what happens in those churches, all right. They have a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. The Lord say, stay away from people like that. For this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts. And that's what you see. You end up talking raw about sexual intercourse, all right, with people with all type of demons on them. You're not purifying them. You're not giving them the proper doctrine that would cleanse them. All right, they got all foul spirits on them when they come there. When you can look at the way the women dress, they come to the church. They're the same ones in the club, so there's no way they're going to get cleaned up, sanctified. You ain't telling them to wear modest apparel. All right, that's putting a spirit of perversion in that motherfucker. That little freaking demon, freaking shit you said, it got everybody in there turned up. Okay. And those are nothing but silly women in those whorehouses. And the Lord said they are laden with sin and laid away with divers lusts. And those pastors take advantage of those women, okay? They take advantage. All manner of wickedness go there. Ever learning, but never ever to come to the knowledge of the truth. And then when they hear the truth, they reject it, all right? They call us heretics. They say we're crazy, but we're telling them, look, woman, this how you shouldn't dress like that. You look like a whore. Stop hating on me. That's what they're going to say. I'm free. I got the liberty to dress how I want. No, not when you come amongst us. Not if you're gonna deal with a man of the Lord. Ain't no man of the Lord gonna be with no woman and she go out dressed like a complete whore. We know as soon as she walk outside, these untamed gorillas gonna be getting at her. And if you got an attractive woman, no matter what she wear, men gonna holler at her. But if she's just going out like a complete whore, like, you know how these women, if it ain't tight, if it ain't fitting their shape, showing their body, they don't want to wear it. All right, that's going to add more injury to insult, the way these women dress. All right, you could just look at the way a woman dress and walk and carry herself, that she's a fucking whore. These women in society are whores. The women that go to those churches are whores. That's why so many of them jumped up laughing and shit. They were supposed to be angry and be like that was distasteful and dishonorable. But they're not like that because they off, all right? And you know what? And you know what? The problem starts with that damn nigga, these false prophets, man, all right? All right? He should have never had up there on the podium, all right? He should have never had that topic going on, okay? He should be only teaching the truth of the scriptures, telling our people to prepare for this uncommon onslaught of society collapsing, all hell breaking loose, and teaching that the mark of the beast is about to be put on all facets of society, all right? And then, if you got sincere women, teach them the scriptures that apply to them. Stay your ass at home. Cook. Get you a husband. Submit unto him. Shut the fuck up. They're going to say that's slavery. You see? So fuck them bitches. If you think serving your household and serving your husband and your family is slavery, I can't wait. Whatever the Lord do to you, hey, we're going to drink to your death. You women that's out of order. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right? Because that's what you're going to do in the kingdom. What you call slavery in this society, that's exactly what you're going to do in the kingdom. All right? This is Jeremiah 23. I'm going to start around verse 9. Is that where I'm going to start out? Yup, that's where I'm going to start out. And look, this is where the problem come. This is where the problem come. With them niggas, them false prophets, these pastors. The Lord about to judge them and have them hanging for the gallows. The Lord about to kill a lot of these pastors in their podiums, like what happened at Joel Osteen Church. You about to see a lot of that going on. All right, a lot of these pastors are sleeping with men's wives in the church. And if they ain't doing that, they just defrauding people out of their money. And they're just mishandling these scriptures and mangling the scriptures to take advantage of people. And the Lord is about to, their judgment draweth now. This is Jeremiah 23:9. Like that pastor, what he did, he's the agent of chaos. He shouldn't have let that happen. All right, this is Jeremiah 23:9. My heart within me is broken because of the prophets. My bones shake. Yeah, they misleading the flock, all right? Prophets are leaders. Pastors are leaders, okay? And Jeremiah seen the shit that the leaders was doing, and he was scared because he know how the Lord get down. He know the wrath the Lord is about to bring on them and the people that follow them. I am like a drunken man, and like a man whom wine have overcame, because of the Lord, and because of the words of his holiness. He knew the judgment was coming, all right? For the land is full of adulterers. The church is full of adultery. Would that act put, I know how niggas think. Niggas ain't shit. Shit, Sister Mary. be on their head like that. Shit, I'm about to go try to see what's up with this man. You got men in there that's not gonna look at her the same. When after she said that, when she get around men gonna be thinking about her topping them off. All right, that's what goes on. These men don't have to fear the Lord. That's what happened. All type of adultery going in their church. For because of swearing, the land mourneth. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil. All right. And the Lord is talking about the people. When he's talking about the wilderness and the land and all that, he's talking about the people. Okay, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. And a land can't be evil. A land can't sin. He's talking about the people, okay? And it reads, okay? And their force is not right, okay? And another thing that happened, when we fell, all of creation did fall, all right? Well, Jerusalem was a beautiful metropolis, okay? It was a beautiful place where the palm trees, the grass flourished, so on and so forth. When the angels of God, when the sons of God fell, creation fell. They started becoming a barren land, all right? That's what the Lord do. When he curse you, he curse your crop, he curse your animals, he curse everything joined unto you, your land and everything, all right? For both prophet and priest are profane. Yeah, in my house have I found their wickedness, saith Yahweh. You see? The leaders of our people caused them to err, all right? Isaiah 9:16. Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in the darkness. The Lord is going to make them fall. And they're going to fall hard. All right. The way they're going to fall, the Lord is going to put them to death lest they repent. They shall be driven on and they shall fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, saith Yahweh. And we're in that time. All right. We're in a time where the Lord is about to expose the things that go on in them churches. We see what's going on with T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar left. I mean, he next. All of them. The Lord about to expose all of them simultaneously. We're living in a time of judgment. So all of them is about to feel the shaking of the hand of the Lord. He's about to judge all of them, okay? And they're going to regret playing with him, all right? We know when the Lord is kindled but a little, all right, the Lord will wipe out a whole city, all right? But what the Lord is going to do in this final hour, he's going to shut down the Christian church. He's going to bring it to naught. Nobody even going to go to those harlot houses no more, all right? Nobody's going to want to hear what Pastor Pochop got to say because things are going to get so bad out of here. The people are going to see that they're misled and what they've been taught is not benefiting them. So that's what the Lord is going to do to their asses. Since I'm already here, I'm going to take the long way around. All right, this is Jeremiah 5 and verse 7. All right. And it reads, how shall I pardon for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. All right. And when you go to that Christian church, the doctrinaire teaches and is another Yahushua. So the God that they're serving is not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. The doctrine is everything. All right. So they're learning the God of the Edomites, the God of the so-called white man. All right. When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in harlot houses. You see? And that's what they are. They're in these harlot houses you call churches, and they're committing all manner of wickedness, and they don't have this doctrine of life, all right? That's why it's imperative to leave those churches, because the Lord is about to judge everybody joined into him, and the way the Lord is going to judge them is going to kill them. Because if you're in that church, these pastors are going to tell you to get the mark of the beast, because they synchronize with this government system, which is satanic, all right? They're going to be the ones that come to your community saying, get it, get this chip, okay? It's gonna be them damn pastors, and then and the government gonna pay them money. The more people you get to sign up and get the chip, the more money we're gonna put on yours. All right. They were as fed horses in the morning. Everyone neighed after his neighbor's wife, and that's what going on in them churches, man. Them dudes be sleeping with each other wives. All right, you got lesbianism going on in them churches. With them churches where the women pastors be the head, man. They be laying with each other. All right, those places are satanic, and that's an example why you got to leave. All right, a woman should be quiet in the churches. She shouldn't be in there telling other women to suck dick in front of thousands of people. That shit is totally off, totally out of order. All right, so with that, I don't want righteous out. This was edifying to the hearers. I'm going to give infinite honors to my heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Harakakadash, double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashak Yahweh Shai, pushing his beloved true across the four winds. Kwam Yasharala, Bible Shalom.